All right, Libra. This is your July 2022 reading. Excuse me. Okay. There is a completion of a cycle. That is the focus of this reading. It came with a lot of big lessons learned. In prominence, I see love. Some kind of romantic partnership of some kind, maybe. If it's not a romantic partnership, it is a partnership of some kind where a third party has intercepted. There's been a change in the homeostasis. There's been a new concept added in. A third party of some kind has emerged or is inserting themselves. And this might be causing some pain, whether that be anguish from just having to rethink a business partnership of some kind, or rethink or refeel like a loss that we haven't felt in a while, or ever, a new loss. Currently you are feeling the call to do something with the situation. You might have kind of be getting an inkling on how things are going. Before they actually panning out. You might have been avoiding maybe certain red flags to do with this situation. If it is not the ending of a relationship, it is the ending of the way that we are collaborating with somebody. There's a change in position. There's a change in stance with somebody. It's as if roles have reversed, or there is some sort of pain involving the birthing of a union of some kind. Now, you might say, oh, well, love shouldn't be painful. Well, it can be. It can start off that way, it can end that way, it can be painful to be passionate about anything, because there's so much in stake. There's a call to action to be aware of something that we once were not aware of, or to take action on something that we once were not privy to. We are enlightened and forewarned. We are born again from the situation at hand. Rising up to be a new person after a time of endings. In our subconscious, we may be feeling all right with how things are panning out the decision that we've made to love, we may still be feeling love for this person or situation. We still might feel we are in union and bond with them, even if that might not be rationalized in our physical world anymore. We still feel the bond to this person, place, or situation. And we might be being called to make a decision subconsciously about the matter at hand in order to move forward in our lives. In the past, there could have been an offer of love. There could have been somebody coming in with a shiny cup that offered sweet things, and the action was there. There was action taken. There might have been a move towards this person. Also, this can also be that person coming in that is also making the offer of love. There's an offering of a cup. I do see in the future there being admonition and recognition. There being a welcoming home. So if this is a love relationship that didn't work out, I see you being welcomed home, to a new home, to wherever you're going from here, from this point forward. There might have been a lover that came in and took you off course of this path onto another one that will be victorious, and people will rejoice and see you as doing well again in a different way, or that you will be welcomed back home after a time of veering off in the direction of love. You will be called back home. Your advice is to take the appropriate actions towards moving forward in the direction that is the most practical and manageable for yourself and for the others around you. But also keeping in mind that you are needing to take care of yourself first. Take what you need first in order to be able to have a balanced approach. Maybe this is even saying, think less of others at this time, or think outside the box about how you are handling this situation at this time and making plans at this time. This is a very extraordinary approach to, like, this is an unorthodox situation, it seems, and to make a game plan within the unorthodox situation may be challenging, because this is very sturdy ground. This is very not so sturdy ground. It's almost like spiritual kind of there is plodding along, and then there is a planning and plotting. So there's different kinds of plotting here. Plotting a crop physically, planting, doing the labor, the honest way. And then there's the plotting, meaning like scheming. So the schematics of something. Really take a look at the good and bad of the input and the output of things. Do you want to grow something on your own? It may take longer. Or do you want to reap a quick fix? And what does that quick fix entail? And so maybe there's a way of developing a system to getting what you want in an unorthodox way, or going about the rules and the traditions of things in order to achieve a goal may not work the same in this situation as it's progressing. So it's your job to make sure things are being, steps are being taken, and that you're not just taking them from one perspective. You're taking a step back out of your own seat and seeing everybody's position in this, and while having your own best interest at heart, also seeing things from another person's point of view. Other people see you as a little foolish and not knowing what you want. Maybe they see you as being childish and not being able to make a decision about something, not being able to control how you feel emotionally over maybe they see you as not wanting to take a look at the road that you're actually on. Maybe you haven't wanted to look at something and realize that you are on a new path already, but it's time. You might have been turning a blind eye towards something in order to protect your heart, and people have noticed this. But it seems like you're getting clear about that it's time to make a decision about something and start anew. What you're hoping for, you're hoping to master a skill, master your own progress within the context of collaboration. So to be more learned about the socializations of things, about what's socially respectable, about what's socially what's the etiquette of something. Work might be something that you're celebrating at this time, a new endeavor in terms of your... Hi. She agrees. I know. Pretty girl. You might be working hard at keeping up with the Joneses. You may be trying to work on your relationships with people. Maybe because of a fail in a relationship, you turn a new leaf because you get a warning from the universe, like, if you keep going down this road this way, things are not going to stay the same, and or things are going to be changed, and maybe in a way you don't like. And maybe you start to work on your relationships, really putting in the effort that you might have not had the time for or wanted to take the time for before. You're hoping that the work that you put in will reap you celebration and rejoice with others and good times with others. And it seems like it does, because in the future you are seen as being somebody who has attained something and is being revered as accomplished in some sort of fashion. And in terms of, it might have taken a long time to get to this point, and it might be a continuing healing process for you. There has been a need to temper and alchemize our emotions and desires. So we might have had to take a step back in terms of our desires, what we want, and that emotional output and input. We may have been taking a step back in terms of what we truly desire, trying to tame and temper our own kind of philosophies, our own kind of guidance. In order to create some kind of almost peace and harmony. There's like a winning over not being able to express ourselves authentically. There's a winning over a time of inability to heal, and there is a thrust into the new. So maybe there's victory in accepting that we need to heal, and in doing so we end up alchemizing or changing, transmuting what doesn't work for us into something more ideal. And because we do that, and we spend extra time in that department, we end up yielding a new source of passion. And this source of passion there's a nostalgia of death. A defending of our stance, of our opinions and beliefs. Maybe what was once something that you held a philosophy was actually somebody else's philosophy on life. And now you're victorious in finding your own philosophy, not trying to change yourself to match what others want you to be, but being true to your own guidance, inner guidance, finding your own roadmap to your own philosophies. And now you've started a new journey because you finally have accepted this part of yourself. And there is a healing that happens from an ending that stems back way back to childhood. there's a gift of the ending. There's a gift of transformation. Childhood beliefs transformed. Your beliefs are changing and being transformed. And you're defending now your newfound beliefs and realizations, and it seems like there's a call to healing. You're called to heal your heart from a situation. And there may have been some deception. I don't like to talk about that all the time because everybody's going to have a different situation, but the deception, that the advice is to step outside of the box. It's an advice card. So I won't say that it's the deception itself, but you might have not been privy to this deception, and then now maybe it doesn't even matter because you found a new way of thinking about it and looking at the situation, and it's moving forward. A going home to the past, a homecoming is definitely something I see. Maybe taking a step out and just to do something you love, and then maybe feeling like you failed, and then having to come back, deal with making new plans that aren't according to your previous agenda, starting anew without knowing all the answers, working towards making new friends, new job, healing things of the past, focusing on how other people see you as victorious and healing that, and maybe turning a new leaf. There's nostalgia here as well, so there could be some people involved from the past and vice versa. All right, Libra. Very, very good. It's looking like whatever it was that was difficult is now turning around and really being transmuted into something beautiful.